Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and it would seem that I have gone into a bit of an anklet mood. So we are going to make another anklet, and this time we're going to use beads from our SoftFlex design kit, Spring Blossoms. Though I have added 3 of the square pink flowers from cherry blossoms. So let's turn down and I'll show you what we're going to do. So I have got some fluorite SoftFlex beading wire. It's like pretty greeny color. And then I've got a lobster claw and some jump rings and the crimp tubes, as well as these 3 flowers from cherry blossoms, and the rest of the items are from spring blossoms. So what I want to do is I'm going to spread the pink ones out, and then I'm going to spread the purple ones out, put the purple ones between. Now this doesn't have a definite focal or 2 definite ankle pieces, because I'm going to just spread these out evenly till I get my 9 inches. So one of the pink ones should be on the... So then we're going to take these greens and we're going to go on either side of our flowers. And then between all of the greens, we're going to add 3 of these silver check rola beads. It's 4 rows, you don't need 4. And then we'll have 3 on either end as well. If we need less beads, of course, we'll be pulling off some of these rolla beads on the ends. So what we need to do is, well, I think I'm just going to work right off the spool, pull some wire out. Well, actually, maybe I won't. There's not very much left. Though more than I'm going to need. So we'll just pull some off the spool and just put a bead stopper there so that our beads won't drop right down into there. And then we're just going to start stringing. So three of the rolla, the green fire polish, the pink flower, green fire polish, 3 rollas, green fire polish, purple, green fire polish, and such on down the line. Okay, now that we have that all strung up, we're going to measure it, see how long it ended up being. If it's 9 inches, that's too long, because we still have to put in our crimps and such. Or not our crimps, our lobster claw and, well, crimps too. So it's 8. With the crimps and the lobster claw, it will probably be the size we want it. So we're going to cut this wire off, and we're going to crimp her together. So we'll just undo this side, get a crimp. Well, I don't want to do that. Come back here, you. Put the larger jump ring on this side, I think. Then we're gonna go through, and it'll go through these without any problems, so we will do that. Grab hold of your oval jump ring and then just pull it, and you see how that pulls it right up to it. So then we want to crimp that. Give it a little bit of space on this side so that it'll actually go in the middle, and then crimp it down. Turn and crimp and turn and crimp. Come on, jump ring, get out of the way. And I think we're pretty well crimped. So then do a tug test. Feels good. Cut this extra wire off. Now we'll roll it to that side. Put the crimp tube and our smaller jump ring on this side. Turn it and go through. There we go. And now we'll crimp this side. See, I have a gap right here. I'm going to move that down some. As much as I can anyway, without over pulling it down. They look pretty close. So now we'll crimp this side. Okay, tug test and trim the extra cord off. Now we just need to put on our lobster claw and we'll measure it out to see how big it is. Now, if I didn't make it quite big enough, what I might do is put an extender chain on, which is perfectly easy to do. But I am going to open now this little jump ring on this side, the smaller one. And put my lobster claw on. Now if you wanted, you could have crimped the lobster claw right to the SoftFlex wire. It's a nice strong wire and it will support that. However, I don't, because, well, your lobster claw is has a giant spring that makes it, well, it's not giant, it's just a spring, to make it it work. See how it's working there? I always test them, because sometimes the spring is broken. If the spring breaks, or if it's already broken, it will not open and close properly. So I always check them to be sure they are. And furthermore, I like I say, I do this just in case it breaks, so that you can change out the lobster claw if you need to, without having to change the whole setup. At one point I had a broken one around here, so I could show you what I meant by a broken one. There it is. It looks fine, right? But looky here. The spring is broken. So it won't open and close anymore. Oh, it just fell out. And that happens too. You see there's the little spring that's in here? And obviously it's not working properly because it just fell apart. Go in there like that. Nope, the other way, because this is the curled part goes over that way. Down and in there. Oh, the spring is popping out. So anyway, they will break because of that spring, and so that's why I always put mine on a jump ring. Also, you don't have to put this one over on this side. You could make a bigger loop of SoftFlex and use the SoftFlex as a oh, this is only 8.5. Wow, I could have made it quite a bit bigger. So what we're going to do, since I like them to be 9 inches, is I'm going to put some extender chain on here so that if you've got a smaller ankle, this will still work, but if you have a larger one, it will also work. So let's get a couple of inches. We'll probably need a couple of inches, but we'll use a couple of inches of my large chain here that I use for extenders. And we'll just cut a hunk off. As you can tell, this is stainless still because it didn't break easily. So that's why I always use the bigger cutters with those. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open that big jump ring up. I don't normally do that with my nails as far as jump rings are concerned, but and close this up all the way. It looks like it's a teeny touch open. That's good. And now you can put this on the large spot here, and I bet it's about 9.5 now, maybe even larger with if I put it on the biggest extension spot. Yeah, it's almost 10 now, but if you wanted it to be 9, you could just tighten your lobster claw up to that point where it is 9, which is about way up here. Come on, you. There we go. There's 9. Now to get that, I did put the extender chain on, though as you can see, I only needed 3 or 4 links here. It's in the 4th link. So there we go. Now it has an extender chain. It's at 9 inches right there. It's only 8.5 without that extender chain. And now I will probably find something pretty to put down here on the bottom. In fact, right beside me here is this cute little connector piece, as well as I have a little jump ring right here. So let's just pop that baby onto there. So just open our jump ring, go through our end chain piece, and through our little connector. Now, if you're selling your anklets, I always advise my customers to try them on. For instance, if I had a customer with a really little ankle, I could probably take the extender chain off and they wouldn't have to have it on. But if they have a larger ankle than the 9 inches, or even whatever it is originally, then they can just move it down, and that works just perfectly. So there is our anklet. So here we go. Here is our anklet using the pink beads are from SoftFlex Design Kit Cherry Blossom, and the purple and all of the green fire polish and the silver rolla beads, those are all from Spring Blossoms by SoftFlex. So isn't that pretty? So there is our anklet using our SoftFlex kits. I really think this one turned out nice. Though, if I had realized that I was going to make it too small, I could have put on 2 more fire polish on either side, and that would have taken care of that extra to get it to 9 inches. But this is just as good, putting on an extender chain, because like I say, if a person has a larger ankle than 9 inches, this is perfect. Though I will tell you that when I'm going to craft shows and I'm taking my anklets and a few other things, I do take this roll of chain with me because it's good sized. It makes a great extender chain. All the lobster claws will go through it because it's got pretty good sized links. And I will make an extender if it's necessary. But anyway, this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we've been making this fun anklet using SoftFlex Company's design kits, Spring Blossoms and Cherry Blossoms. Thank you. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.